Huh. 1 minute late. Oh well. Not so bad, not so bad. I have had times where I've been way later than this. Boom. Link posted as well, so that's good. And let's not waste too much time. We don't have much time, and the car is shit. So that's the fun part. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. I did switch from the. Let me actually try one brake duct blanking. Yes, one on the car, because it's just the car is pain. Pure unadulterated pain, this machine right now, because it's slow as fuck. There's just, you try to drive out of a corner and there's just no grip to be found. The tires are too cold, the tires don't quite get up to pressure as well, which all of these things are like really fun to deal with. I think those are part of contributing factors, but they aren't all of it. The car just, when I see the other guys driving around me, they just seem to have grip where I don't. And that is the really frustrating part. Because there's just nothing you can do about that part. Really. It's like when the other car has just way more grip than you. Now I haven't, Jesus, at 5TC this thing just like, that's never, just constantly fires up. Turn it back down to 3. I was running this thing with 3TC, 2 ABS. The ABS seems to be doing its job enough. I don't think I'm losing too much on the entries actually. Oh, actually I'm running 3 ABS. Whatever. I don't think my brakes are actually the issue for once. Not for once. With this car it's been fairly consistently not the issue of the brakes. But we are struggling just to get this damn thing to stop. Not. What am I talking about? Talk straight. To turn. Oh god, that's slow as hell. The problem is actually the cornering speeds. This thing just doesn't carry any speed through the corners. It just It four-wheel slides if you drive it with any more speed, and it has struggled to get out of corners. It's like any faster and the thing just dies. Look at how much of... And this is the official wet set. Because I tried to convert a Coach Dave dry set to wet running, and it just turned out worse. Like it was slower than this, I would say. Oh, come on, just get out of these corners. It's just, the thing does not want to come out of the corners. This is like the car just. I tried to carry more speed into the corner and the thing just didn't do it. Oh god, that is also fucking corner pain in the ass. It's just, this is a lot of pain and misery, and I don't think this race will go well. I had actually decent hopes for this track layout, and when rain was announced, I was like, yeah, this could be fine. I raced at Donington, the car was good at Donington in the wet. Turns out it was very much a fluke at Donington, and it sucks very much on this track in the wet conditions. It's very unfortunate, it seems. The boat seems to absolutely suck at the wet conditions on this track. Or at least if you don't have like some god tier sin setup that someone made for you. And I think it's a lot the setup question here, and it's just, do I want to spend 50 hours to just figure out a setup that works on this track? Do I? Because it's literally trial and error at that point. Because everything that needs for the setup, wet set to begin done is already on the setup. All of the necessary settings are there. Oh, come on, just run through the corner and don't die constantly. Jesus H. Christ, this thing is just refusing to make a corner like a human. At least I'm not the only one with that wall. It's not the first other guy I saw in it, but... yeah, we're not seeing massive improvement, and I would like to see like a couple seconds chopped off the time. We need multiple seconds off, not tenths of a second. It's honestly ridiculous. I need to try high GC as well. I'm not expecting it to do much. I mean, it will be drivable, but hey, it's just gonna be tack off the TC, and it still spins because that's how it usually ends up being. Come on, turn, don't stop swimming in the exit of the corner, for fuck's sakes. It's so annoying. Let's go up to 5 TC, let's see. Oh wow, yes. Maybe I go down on the ABS, I have to check. Ah, got hit with the end stiff for that corner. And bled all the time that I had. Because maybe the ABS gets confused in the wet conditions. It wouldn't be a first. I have to eat a lot of curb there on the exit, but it's so slippy. Still, we're not finding particularly much outside of T1 where I found a bit of time with these settings. It's just everybody seems to just have grip around the circuit, but I don't. I'm swimming. And it's just so frustrating. ABS down. I hate this corner. The only advantage is that it seems to be practically impossible to pass. The disadvantage is if I make a slightest error they give by. Which, in these conditions, is particularly hard to achieve. Hate the exit of the corner because it's like straight sideways. I'm holding up this Porsche behind me.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
And it's still swam up in the last meter or so. Like, what the fuck? We have driver's briefing in 4 minutes. Ah, come on.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Yeah, but I'm so far down. It's just... everybody else seems to have grip and stuff. It's just... my car doesn't seem to have those things. I have still time. Hello there. How are you? I'm in seemingly what is my personal hell here. pushing a car to the limit, and everybody else seems to just have more grip on the road. At least it seems my tire pressures are finally gone where they're supposed to go, which is, I think 30.5 is roughly where they need to go. Let's try a pit entry. Because I hadn't practiced that one yet. And the driver's briefing at the moment, so I have to anyway stop driving. Oh, wait, the pit speed limit line is up there. I thought it was on the barrier there. Right, okay. Let's practice aligning again. And I messed it up. That's completely wrong aligned. Return to garage. Okay, well then we have to join the Discord. One moment. Where's the driver's briefing? There's the driver's briefing. And there's talking on the wrong output. For fuck's sakes. So. Now we should be able to hear.
Okay. Welcome to round 4 of the SR604 Pro Championship Season 9. Tonight we have a double-header race at Hungary, and as you can see, it is kinda wet. So you guys know most of the rules. I'm just gonna give you the specifics for this race. So as normal in Qualy, no overtaking, give space for people on a hot lap. The car behind is still responsible for the gap, even though it's wet. You can return to the pits from anywhere. Just park your car outside of the track to be safe. Now, the pit exit on this track is a little bit tricky. Try to be mindful of people on a hot lap coming through when you exit the pits, both in Qualy and in any other non-race situation. For the race itself, be especially careful going into turn 1 on lap 1, because it is wet. People are not gonna see. You are not gonna see. It's gonna be slippery. It's gonna be difficult. The track state is unknown. So just be very, very, very careful not to cause a mass accident in turn 1 and in general during lap 1. If you do lose control, as usual, lock the brakes, keep holding the brakes until you come to a stop, wait for a safe way to rejoin. And as usual, the same rules with DTs. If you run over somebody, you get the DT. If you wait for them, it will be reduced. Now, given that it is difficult conditions, we will maybe give a little bit of leeway more than normal, but still, it is... If you can see the other car, it is your responsibility not to hit them unless they do something completely stupid. Let me see. In the race, there is no pit stop, so you don't need to worry about the pit exit. If you do cause an incident and wait for somebody, do it in a safe place. This is a very tight track, so waiting on the racing line is incredibly dangerous because there are many blind corners where cars are coming at full speed. There is a carryover penalty for Wagner if they show up, but I don't think they are here. Other than that, I think you guys know how to do this. Just take it very, very, very safe until the fields spreads out, so that you don't cause a mass accident, because it is going to be difficult on the first laps. Thank you. Truck is open.
Thank you, Paul.
So. Alright. Briefing done. And yeah, this is gonna be, in terms of like accidents, carnage. Now, I have actually a seemingly slight advantage against other people because I can actually kind of see through the spray. The spray isn't too bad for me in VR. I mean, just see how much the TC starts cutting there. Oh no! Oof. Now I have changed a slight bit on the setup, that is reduce the right height of the car overall. Because the car had quite a lot of front right height, so I just decreased the car, both front and rear, by 0.5 centimeters, bringing it further down to the ground.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Whoa! What was that? It's like stable, and suddenly 45 degrees angle sideways. Also, that's not how you drive with having both indicators on. Alright, we have 7 minutes right now before the qualifying starts. I think, if I know my memory correct, we have 15 minutes worth of qualifying, so it's not much
In sector 2.
to actually put in a decent lap. Oh yeah, right, I don't actually need to practice the pit entry because we're not doing a pit stop this week. Just remembered. There's no mandatory pit stop this week. Still, I lack experience with the pit stops with this car specifically, so there's that. Really interesting. I can brake nearly at that sign and still pull the car up. So I can brake really late for some reason. And there's a spun MUQU.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful. There's a slow car ahead.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be an unmitigated disaster in terms of the race. And the races and qualifying. Qualifying especially gonna be an unmitigated disaster because I seem to just lack the grip. The only one who seems to also not have much grip is, well, Joel in front of me. But he's just pulled away in the last few corners because his car suddenly starts having grip there. Granted, I'm also down on my pace. It's not adding up. You would need to trial and error things for hours on end before you could get anything that's workable. And that's just, I'm sorry, that's not supposed to be a thing. I do not have the patience for dealing with shit like that. It needs to be progressed slowly but surely. How the fuck did last time around I pull up from an even later braking point? Okay. And then I'm technically cooking the brakes into these corners even.
Be careful there.
But also if I would decrease the brake duct blanking, the tires would just cool out. Brakes are the only thing that keep the tires up to temps. Which, yes, the tires are actually in the temp range right now. How did I improve there by
Yellow flag ahead.
2/10 for just driving the corner? That's just the very weird part.
Go on lane, so fast as now.
It's like I just drove the corner. The final two corners and did nothing special there.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
There again, like suddenly it's going way faster. What is going on here?
Yellow flag, be careful.
Because the conditions shouldn't be getting better, really. We'll have quite a bit of downpour right now still. So the track shouldn't be getting dry or anything. But suddenly the car's actually gripping up.
Yellow flag acceptable.
This is so strange. It's just suddenly started happening where I just suddenly had grip. Starting at the end of the previous lap. Obviously still down and Joel in front. As he seems to also be going faster and faster and faster. And I seem to have now topped out. I guess the conditions slightly improved and that basically boosted both of us by a second in an entire lap. But I'm feeling a lot more confident in these conditions right now to drive. It's like a light switch had been flipped in terms of the grip conditions on this track. I don't need sleep, I need answers. This is just weird.
Yellow flag acceptable.
So we're right now still within the entire session basically within the top 10, so not within the top 10, sorry, within the top 20. I guess we've been doing fine on that front as well.
Session is now over. Green light, go, go, go.
Yeah, it's got actually a bit warmer now. Reduced fuel loads. But I have a feeling we might actually need quite a lot of laps on the tires to get everything up to pressure. Didn't check with how much temperature we had at the end of the previous session. I have a feeling I might have overpressured my tires even. Maybe we need to even decrease the brake duct blanking. Okay. Let's just start rolling out. Green lights. And windscreen wiper. With a wet track with rain increasing in the next 10 minutes. So we have to get out now. Oh, and there's a decrease it down to 1 my ABS. There's a slight bit of rear locking. That's fine. But I think we might be back to the very wet conditions that we had prior to the last 2 minutes of practice. Oh, come on, turn. Fucking hell, this thing is all over the place. Hello, but you can't really actually function. It's advisable to avoid that exit curb there in wet conditions. If you can keep your line tighter out of that corner, you can probably exit quicker because you can use more throttle. Let's see what we can do.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
No, no, no. Ah, this lap was so nice up till that point. God damn it. And I had to have such a massive sideways moment there. Because it just couldn't pull straight for these couple of corners. It just had to constantly want to go sideways there. Okay, coming through these corners here. We're gonna be 58.1, so the conditions are pretty good. If well, I will still have 58.1 already. I mean, we're on low fuel, but it's still. Conditions have to be pretty good to lap this fast. So much more time.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
way too slow. Need a later apex for that corner. Seventh. That's pretty solid. I don't think there are major time gains anymore here, but well, it's the wet, so you don't know if you can surprisingly find some puddle or avoid it more or less to run a faster lap. Wasn't a good line for there.
Yellow flag is active.
I had oversteer now. Lost all my time there in the corner. I'm about a second right now down on the fastest time, which that's solid, I think. And as the rain is increasing, we probably won't see lap times improving. And that leaves always the infamous question open: are we removing more water off the track and it's coming down? Because it could very much be the case. Stopping the track from getting wetter. And just keeping it in the same state roughly. Or even improving it. The track is relatively cold, so it's not like we're most likely able to really do that. But there's definitely a few more tenths in there. How many more laps can we do? 2 more, with this one included. I think it's the case. The track conditions are actually improving. Ah, lost a lot of time there. Aren't we just about to put a lap together that was fast enough to improve a position? That was a fast entry into T1, but it's led to a worse exit, so I don't know what to think about it. Good of a line for there.
Yellow flag is active.
I'm matching myself. Ah, that's sliding completely wide there. But I think I might be able to do another lap. It seems everybody else is right at the end of the session improving. So that's fun. Fuck you guys, I wanted to have once in the start in the top 10 and I had put everything together already. Could you just stop improving for once? Like, you had so long in this session to set these fast laps and not now, okay? Because the conditions are a bit questionable for improvements actually. I know, now you guys are finding the time, now. I'm so annoyed with these people. I can't let me have one thing. Yeah, fuck up. Well, we're not starting out of the top 10. We're not getting granted anything, yeah? As always, we get fucking mugged on the last minute. If I had that 1/10th additionally carried that over the line, that would have led me to be in P8. Nearly. It's just annoying that one. Okay, this Porsche. I think that was the Porsche that was following around. So he isn't going particularly quick right now. Okay, and he has a McLaren right there. Very unfortunately positioned. Otherwise, there's just people who are very slow right now. Actually, yeah, I've also finished. He's like the last guy who is on the flyer. He might actually improve. Nope, he doesn't. Not at least past me. Okay, race 1.
Alright, we have some wet conditions. Remember that cars are slippery and watch your braking distance.
So, okay. How much fuel do you actually need? It forgot again my fuel numbers. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. I very much appreciate that you forget these numbers as soon as you can. 2.35. Yeah, I think that's correct. When you have to pull up your own stream to figure out the numbers because you just had to like, oh, there's a session switch. We have to forget the fucking numbers. SimHub, you're sometimes annoying. Okay, right. We wanted to calculate how much fuel we need to finish the race. Jesus. This thing's joking. We have, we're lapping like, let's calculate with like 53s. Because you don't know if the conditions are improving so much that our pace is going through the roof. Okay, memory store. 30 minutes divided by memory recall. Okay, that's 16 laps. 17, 18, 19. Let's just take 19 and then 2.45. That can't be right. Less than 50 liters. That can't be right. I mean, the lap number is correct. The fuel consumption is correct. Let's say 60 liters. I do not trust the numbers. I don't expect us to... I mean, looking at the weather prediction, I don't think it's gonna dry out for the right. Anything. This set to this setting. Well, the temperatures have gone up again. I don't like that because I should probably open up my brake ducts. And it's mainly track temp has gone up. Let's just nibble a bit of pressure out of the front tires. I think the rears are gonna be fine. Alright, and let's just save the set as Binsley, Hung, and W01 is a wet set. Good race, see you in the next spin. Oh yeah. They even named the server Wet Doubleheader. Alright. The only issue is that we're literally starting in the midfield here, so we're heading into the pain zone. We're again the fastest boat on the track, with the other boat being Minder being down in 25th position. Let's hope we don't see him again. Or perhaps hope that we see him because he's improving that much that he gets close to us. And most likely where we see each other is me dying, which is highly likely. Which of your fucking indicators both ways? Why do they flash the hazards? It's just a bit silly.
Going single file.
Okay, there's 60 liters in the car, everything is there. Okay. Still, this is still my best qualifying the entire season, so. Oh yeah, the Porsche's. Porsche's in front of me? Okay. Whatever. I think I don't need to move my brake pads for warming up the brakes. I guess the formation speed is dictated in the dry conditions. Because in the wet, it seems at times very fast. place. Everything's set. Also, the conditions are set to improve actually. We're going up to 60 C just in case, right? So I just have a bit of a buffer in the opening maps. Okay, you do actually not see anything in VR either. Look at this. I do not see anything either right now. My goodness. And this is at formation speed. Jesus. I have not had that before. It's been previously fairly easy actually to see in the gust kicked up by the cars in front, but man, right now it's barely possible. Or maybe I should decrease my TC for the initial start. Because I need actually some traction. Oh fuck. I saved that McLaren's ass. A lot of TC firing there out of the corner. Do not wander across the track, Porsche. Oh, there's their McLaren dying. I understand now the hazard lights, they're for the purpose that if you die or have to check up that people might actually see you. Although I think quite a few people are not running their rain lights as they're supposed to. Although the rain lights in these conditions are actually harder to see than the hazard lights. I mean, I can see easily the reflection of the road of the hazard, of the rain light of the Porsche, but I can't see the rain light actually on the Porsche. Problem is on this track is actually overtaking. As I've mentioned earlier. Ooh, that was a bit closer to comfort. The tires are actually very nicely up to pressure. This Porsche is taking pretty wide apex lines for a wide entry into the corner. I don't think I need to be very close to be able to capitalize on it. And most likely would adapt his line slightly. Jesus, that line is even possible without completely and utterly dying is a bit of a miracle. Ooh, that was close. Messed up my line there. And beating a Porsche in the wet is pretty tough going. Like, you might not carry the corner speeds, but even then the thing just will always exit better. It's an absolute weapon in the wet conditions. As I demonstrated in one Nürburgring race that I bring constantly up again and again and again because I don't achieve shit besides that one. And I'm surrounded by Porsches, which is making this condition easier. Might need to consider opening the brake ducts for race 2, especially if the temperatures get any warmer. Seems that the tires are actually even a bit high pressured, so I guess one click of brake ducts on the front ducts actually. The rear ducts I don't think I need to move. Fronts are the ones that are getting hot. You're lucky that I made a massive error in terms of my steering in the previous corner. Although me being able to capitalize on your mistake is very unlucky. But you can see it's here. It's like I have to struggle to get out of the corner. He's just... By the time I can start accelerating, he's just gone already. Because of the Porsche. The rear engine design is just helping a lot. Because you always have traction on the rear in wet conditions with this car. And that's with front engine cars just not a given. Have already did a 56 this time around. Oh god. I'm nearly getting lunged to death by the Porsche behind. And yeah, we're starting to get there where we're actually going faster than qualifying. Which in wet condition can easily happen, so you need to be wary of your fuel numbers. There's some side-by-side driving in front. He had a lot of kerfuffle in front, but they only minorly slowed down, it seems, by all the shoveling. As the pace starts getting very rapid right now.
Good on me. That's Lukas. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Stupid for me. Ate a lot of curb. Very surprised that lines at all. Oh man! I'm at one point gonna murder that Porsche into that specific corner. Because of him darting in the last second across the width of the road and being like, hey, let's just check you if you can brake still. He's just so much quicker for this section here. I can just not keep up for it. Great, I got massive oversteer. I hope the Porsche doesn't try to dive me or anything. I think this Porsche in front is braking very early because he doesn't want to run the back of the other cars. I think he can probably brake later. He just, for sensible reasons, doesn't risk that. I think that's probably gonna be a cut. Man, this looks like a very boring race here. They should have not made this a double header. They should have made this one of the 50-minute rounds with pit stop. Even in dry conditions, I don't. This would have been probably a very much procession race. But in wet, it's just guaranteed procession because you just cannot pass. Like, surely somebody could make a mistake in wet conditions, but like, come on, what am I supposed to do about the fucking Porsche? And what is the Porsche gonna do about me? Okay, he might actually be able to do something about me. If I have another shit exit. There's some nice fighting ahead. It would be nice to be involved in it. It's just I have a Porsche as a buffer in between. Now the Porsche is involved in the battle with the Lexus.
You're halfway through, keep pushing.
Maybe I can leverage myself past the Porsche. On the other hand, I don't think I can go much quicker really than we're anyway going already.
Gaining on the car, heading sector 1.
That's very early on the brakes there. Ooh. Again, getting tight here. This Porsche is so frustrating to deal with. Every now and then just run the back of him and can't go anywhere, and then a corner later he's like 5 car lengths ahead of you because he's Porsche. Okay, not like the Lexus in front of him isn't doing the same. Maybe first a question about my traction out of corners.
Boatley, the fastest time so far. Car on the left.
Oh no, fuck! For fucking sakes! I had to commit at this point to something. And now I'm getting passed as well.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I hate these fucking Porsches. And this might actually hand me even a penalty for that. But I had to go for something at some point because this guy's just impossible to pass. I hate you fucking Porsches. And it's also just stole my top 10 finish, because I wasn't the top 10 till that incident. And I want my top 10 back again. Very much so.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh fuck, no, not again! Ah, come on! Why the fuck did you just suddenly stop? Where's the Porsche actually? He took half an hour to recover. I was like, dude, I stalled there. Ah, fuck off. Why did you Porsche just basically brake check yourself there? Come on, go by finally, okay? I get 15 seconds now. This ruins my race again. It's like, what? Where the fuck did you stop suddenly? You guys both caught each other out there. I didn't even brake that late. For God's sakes. Had to happen to me again. Like 2 laps in a row, I slam into a fucking Porsche in the first corner. I'm so fed up with these fucking Stuttgart shitboxes that, due to their ability to just drive out of every corner fast, when I have to exit like a normal freaking person. But they're slow everywhere else. Look at this, he's really slow for that corner, specifically. They just make up their lap time on the exits always. So they're infuriating to race against. So yeah, I mean 15-second penalty is gonna put me like P20 or something. Thanks, asshole. Thanks, I very much appreciate it. The fact that we both had to collide. Okay, he's not an asshole. I caused the incident still at the end of the day. I messed up in that turn 1, but I'm like, what the fuck was I supposed to do different? He was just standing there suddenly. I broke at my normal braking point. Everything was miles back even. I wasn't even close to him. Then he suddenly decided, hey, we're just gonna stand there. Oh, and I'm gonna bleed another position.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Ah,
Clear on
fuck.
the right.
I did not intend to overshoot this corner that massively. I'm sorry. I applied the brakes and they just didn't work. God freaking damn it. That's annoying. And I need to not fight because I'm getting a penalty anyway. I just need to pick up the pace and run as fast as possible to build gaps. So the car's behind. Yeah, I mean, P15 is 5 seconds behind me. I'm losing so many positions just because of a stupid penalty that I'm bound to be getting. I mean, I might as well retire nearly because of just the fact of how much penalty I'm getting. Let's see if we can run the Porsche back down. Probably not, let's face it. It's probably an illusion that I'm quicker than those Porsches anyway. Because they were very infuriating to drive around. Five minutes to go in this race. Although I was half a second faster last time around than the Porsche in front. But it might just be conditions and stuff. By the way, we have 2 laps to go right now. Yep, as predicted. if I'm not getting an aggressive driving penalty from the first collision, I might be able to just sneak with my 15 seconds through to P15. But we have to see. And I have to perform the last lap, which this lap I didn't perform well enough.
Falling behind in the car in front in sector 3.
I lost for 10, shut the fuck up. Hello Brakes, would you kindly show up to the race? I would mildly appreciate that. Whoa, for fuck's sakes. And the Porsche's tripping over himself, but that doesn't matter to me. I'm not racing here for position, really.
The leader has finished the race. Alright, the race is over. Great job, Dave. You did your best. Bring it back to the pits.
Got around the circuit, we've done it. Not a fan of outgo turnout. I mean, P11 on the road. We have to see how much penalty I'm getting. We have to see, we have to see. Because they only got actually to apply 2 penalties. 2! For crying out loud, that is terrible. Hello, keyboard wake up. And they're both from actually lap 1 and lap 4, so there wasn't much on lap 1 happening. If they only got 1 penalty for lap 1. And I'm pretty sure there was a bit of argy-bargy on lap 1. Right. Timetables. How far back is where? I'm 27 back from the leader, so 15 seconds added to that is 42. So that means I'm right now in front of Radeon, so I drop only to P15. Actually P14. Because I'm in front of Radeon. Because I'm just about in front of Radeon. Save the replay briefly. Okay, so I want to change the front brake ducts to 2 for the second race. And also slightly decrease the rear tire pressures. And I guess increase the fronts. We're taking brake ducts off the car. Yes, this is at least 90 on the set. Let's hope the second race that goes as well. Oh god, sometimes it lags terribly when I switch scenes. Oh well. Why did I get pinged? 30 is good. So I guess I need to go down. There's still another race, Javier. There was a pileup apparently on lap 1. I'll count me fucking lucky for not getting involved in that one. I mean, yeah, it's not surprising because there was that McLaren that was thrown across the track there on lap 1. I know. I remember. Let's decrease the pressures a bit further even. I guess I'm gonna run the same pressures there in the front stall. It should work. Hopefully. Oh, how much fuel did I actually finish with? That's a good question. I didn't check. Oh yeah, I finished with about 20 fucking liters. Jesus. I had a bit of fuel left. A bit is an understatement. We have similar conditions on race 2, it seems. Maybe just shave like 5 or so liters off the fuel load. Not gonna make a massive difference really. Oh yeah, Radeon, the guy that nearly ended up dive bombing me to death into turn 1. This guy that I'm like beating in the race 1. I think that's still the first top 20 finish that I'm gonna get. Which that's sad. It's just so sad, considering how bad this season has been. Race 1 results. How far would I get put back if I get another like 5 seconds added? 5 to 10 seconds and I'm going behind Marquez, obviously Radeon. I won't be for 5 seconds put behind Robson. But if I get 10, actually if I get 10 even, I won't be behind Robson. Right. But if I get like 15 for the first contact, then it's behind Marquez even. Actually, it wouldn't be behind Marquez. It would deal like 1 or 2 positions additional, depending if it's a 5. Actually, it's 1 position, even if it's a 10-second time penalty for the first contact. I have to say, might just be left of a 5, which would put me to P15. In race 1. Okay. We have everything in place. We have a bit more brake ducts this time around. Okay. Oh well, let's get rolling, shall we? Second race.
30 seconds.
Ignition starter, headlights, rain lights. Let's go up at stage 2, and then I'll switch this over, and I want to decrease the TC to try and see what the best pull away. I mean, we're pulling off of standing start effectively, so
Stay single file.
guess TC2 probably is a good selection for a race start. Isn't my guess. Let's leave it there right now. Although it is risky. It's too risky right now on a formation lap. We don't need to spin on a formation lap. It's unnecessary. I've done it actually on this track before. I have a feeling my brake ducts adjustment might just about work. Who knows? Oh, where's my water ball? There it is. We should be going double file in a second.
Stay double file.
Precisely. Too far forward. Let's see, can we pull off a decent start at race 2 now? Okay, everything is set for a race start.
Green light, show them what you got. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Not a fan of that MUQU just passing me there like that. Because if I didn't give him the room, he would have died there. Oh god. Ooh, fuck. Second time around there's an accident right there. Luckily that eliminated the MUQU as well. So I guess karma is a bitch.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag on it. Watch out.
And we've got past the Porsche. Finally! No, you're not making a move on me. I'm not gonna let you ever buy again. I do not wanna have you in front of me again. I'm sorry, you fine person. I was at fault for the accident with you and your other Porsche comrade. But... God damn it, I do not wanna deal with you guys again. You were such a pain in your ass to race against. No!
Got some light.
No! For fuck's sakes! Oh, why? Why? What did I do to deserve this? What the fuck? Why? 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 Why did I deserve this? I did everything right. God damn it. Why? Why did this have to hit me? Everything went right. Everything. I was looking down the fucking barrel to finally getting a top 10. Finally. What I fucking deserved. I'd been doing everything right. And then the car just decides nope and hits the wall fucking there. Why? Why? Why did you have to do this to me? Why? Why? Why did that have to happen to me, for fuck's sakes? I had the TC turn up, everything was there, everything was right fucking there for take. And it just had to fucking happen. Me, last place. Like actual fucking last place.
Yellow flag ahead.
Why? And it also had to spin me out precisely in a manner that I was facing the wrong way, unable to turn around. It had to fuck me over bad. It just had to fuck me over as good as it could. It couldn't just let you have a normal fucking up. It couldn't just have me have a absolutely normal race. I couldn't just have a fucking fun race for once. No, I have to have a fucking wreckfest in the first one and then this had to happen. I'm so done with this. Why does this every single time I sign up for an ACC championship happen? Well, in the off-season races, everything goes right. It is repeatedly the fucking case. I'm cursed with every ACC championship that I touch. Every single fucking one of them. This shit happens with. Why just everything goes fucking wrong once I sign up for the championship. And in these conditions, doing a recovery drive in this split is just not gonna happen, chief. I mean, it was already impossible. It's just everything went right. I'd passed the Porsche, I had everything there. Everything was up for grasp, and then the fucking oversteer came there and just said no. It happened only once in fucking practice, that problem. Once. And it had to fucking kill me in race 2. Couldn't I just have one fucking good race? One! It is championship. No. It is fucking week 4. And I still have had only shit races that have gone terrible. Not a single top 10 finish. Where I should be based on the pace that I'm doing. It should be in terms of how I'm capable as a driver. As I've repeatedly demonstrated against these people. I mean, I'm beating Jodell's and Jeffrey Bray in endurance and sprint races like there's no tomorrow. They're not even standing like a fucking teacup of a chance against it. And also I've taken quite a bit of damage on the impact, 13 seconds worth of it. So that's fun. It's not gonna make my job of recovering easier. And the car's handling fine.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
And I got a track cut there.
For exceeding track limits.
As if I care this rate. Oh well, we might actually see finally the first actual overtake in this race. Okay, it's not quite the first because I actually passed the Porsche on the outside somewhere.
Clear on the left.
And then the brakes don't work. No, you're not getting by me again. I do not have the fucking patience to deal with you. Just stay behind at this point. I do not have the patience to deal with you.
Clear on the right.
If you, even if you were ahead, I would have dive bombed you just to death in this corner. Because I would have just not cared a fucking lick about it. Ah, wide again. Luckily this time it doesn't give me a track cut.
Slow car ahead.
But it seems every time there's a slow car, it's just too far up the road due to my incident having thrown me so far back in the field that I'm not able to profiteer of people dying even. I had to lose so much fucking time there due to being stuck in a position that I could just not fucking get out. Irrelevant of what I did. It couldn't just spin me out in a manner that I could have, like, I don't know, reversed backwards to get into a position to get away. No, I was just stuck there. Because reverse actually led into the barrier backwards. The 23 behind actually cut a drive through just now. Well, that's a bit of... I don't know, I'm not seeing anything in chat, so I guess that is for... track limits, which that's a bit of an achievement. Well, he is already in the pits, so well, yes. Oh wow, the first actual spinner that I can take advantage of. I'm sorry for your loss, but like... I don't know what the smoke is doing. That's so risky from you to fucking block me there. I was 2 seconds last time around faster than you. There's no entertaining of defending against me. And blocking the inside there is just risking me running in the back of you when you're inevitably blocked there. When you do that. It was close there, but it wasn't quite. Oh, we're now gonna get stuck behind this Porsche driver again. It's not like I'm acquainted with that guy already.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go. Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Oh hey, there's the other boat. What did I say that I didn't want to see you again? This isn't the way either. Even if I'm appreciating the freebie.
Right on the fastest stop so far.
It's probably a bit too much cut. Oh, I guess not. Tracklines are fucking weird. I mean, someone that can also complain about his races being shit is Garcia. I think both races got taken out on lap 1. Driver penalty for car number 3! We don't have to deal with the Porsche! And we're getting a freebie! Yay! I'm sorry for him. I truly am, but it's just... I mean... It just avoids me having to deal with this guy. Ever. So I'm not sure we would have actually caught him. Due to a combination of damage and him not actually being shit. But there was the potential of me catching him before the end of the race, so... Hey, there's that. You're gonna at least be able to profiteer of people crashing in front of us. Yeah, that's sweet. Although we're probably not gonna be far enough up to actually profiteer of like time penalties and stuff before the end. No, you don't die into that wall. Fuck off. Shitbox. No, stop trying to fucking die. No, we're not accepting that. Could this Porsche finally start serving as a penalty? There's no reason for him to just continue driving out here. He can just come in and get done with. It's completely pointless to continue lapping around the circuit. Just come in, serve the penalty and get it over with. I have only 10 minutes remaining. Jesus, this race has gone by a bit. At least that's a positive. The other one, I don't know how this one doesn't drag as much as the other one. Despite it literally being me, I don't know, lapping on my own for the most part, because I don't have the... Because I'm not blessed with some sort of magic pace. God, this is gonna be infuriating again, because I'm not gonna be able to pass Justin G before the end of the race. Well, that's fun. Hello, shitbox. Would you kindly actually just run faster? I need you faster. You're going too slow for me. Finally, the Porsche is deciding to bolt into the pit lane. Yeah, I mean, I'm not making ground on the group in front, which that's fun. I'm gonna be run out of time with battling that group. It would have been nice to be able to do it, but no, not gonna get that. That would actually be fun, and fun is not allowed for me. I'm not permitted to have fun.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Well, that's one way to catch up, I guess. Not the way I wanted to, but one way. And there's somebody with a drive-through penalty in front as well. So we might, in the closing minutes here, pick up some positions. I'm gonna run out of time to catch those two in front. They're 5 seconds ahead. It's just not gonna be enough. This Porsche versus MUQU battle. would need to catch with like 2 seconds a lap, but I'm closer to half a second. Ah, thanks. Brakes. So I need these guys to fight a bit more. And the problem then is to overtake. Which, it's a Porsche again. God damn it, I hate those fuckers. They turn to 55, 7, so yeah, we're gaining about half a second. That's fun. Ah, too late. You guys fight each other a bit more so you slow each other down. I would appreciate that. But it seems to not be happening. I seem to not get fortunate here. I'm gaining only half a second per lap. Crying out loud, it's just... Could I just be fortunate? No, these two can just not drive a bit slower. Defend! Fight! Attack! No, we can't do that. Also, we have a left car approaching, so that might spice it up for a second. But he probably will just get out of the way. We'll take each other out. Don't like to see the latter option, but hey, it's the easiest way of getting 2 positions. My times are just shit, and I'm driving everything out of this machine. It's just not willing to give me more. Come on, shitbox. You should be doing 54s. Come on, you can do this. Stop being slow. I mean, it's too late. You should have been doing them for all laps. Come on. Why the fuck is the car now suddenly on PB pace when it was 8/10 of the pace last time around? How does any of this make sense? It doesn't. That's the simple answer. It just doesn't. It's just there to be complete nonsense and to mess with me. To inflict even more emotional damage than it has already. Shut the fuck up. Oh hey, we knew that already. That's the guy who actually served the drive-thru earlier. They were quite a bit slower this time around, but... Yeah, if I'm not flying off the circuit sideways. Don't tell him, he let off and by. Oh hey, there's a McLaren slow. Let's see what's gonna happen. They're probably just gonna obstruct the procession and just finish the race. I'm just too far back. It's the final lap. It's infuriating. one more lap, one or two more laps and I would have been there, but it's just... it had to be like this. It had to finish like this where I'm just... I can see them right in front of me. They're in touching distance, but it's just... I'm not close enough. Please send. Work defense sensibly. And I'm just too far back. Fuck's sakes.
Alright, race is over. Good job, mate. You did your best to bring it back to the pits.
I'm so fed up with this bullshit. It's like, it had to happen to me, this fucking oversteer moment. It had to fucking happen to me. I had to dive through that fucking corner, otherwise I would have had such a good finish. I was looking so set and done for a very good finish. Class finish P6! I'm done with this fucking bullshit, okay? Oh, Mercer, you have the audacity to ask for a do-over when you finish P7. You have no fucking right to ask for that. I have, you know. That is the reality of things. I should be quiet. It's still like 4 in the morning. But like, fuck off, Mercer. Fuck off. You do not have the right to ask for that shit. There's one person that has that on his grid. And I would like to do a fucking do-over of the entire season at this rate. Because, fuck off. You still have a good finish. I don't. I got mugged on the second lap completely. I got mugged every single fucking race this season. And I'm just done with it. All of these lucky bastards that constantly get away with everything. That just have nothing go wrong repeatedly, and everything that can go wrong goes wrong for me. I'm just done with it at this rate. Ah. All of these fucking lucky bastards.
Show them what you got.
I didn't save the replay of the second race. Not like I need the replay of that either. Not like I need the replays of any of these fucking races. What we can check out is what actually I got in terms of penalties for the first race. It's just every single fucking Monday, it's like it's just getting defeated and defeated and defeated all over again. It's just... where's the sheet for this? Let me check it. Was Ilpo alone tonight? Well, poor guy, I need to jump after this. Threading folder. for Hungary. It seems like Ilpo's alone. Like, come on, guys. Why do you not get anyone else? Join them. Okay, race 1. How many is missing? Yeah, he missed the first contact with me in the seconds. Those are both post race. So I have to wait for him to review those. Before I can join. But he hadn't reviewed those yet. Oh, and then I'm involved in some accident like a couple laps later, huh? I don't think that one happened. And then there's another one where the wait, that's one actually, that's the 77, and 3 is the one when I hit him actually. But I'm involved in accidents that just didn't happen. It's like 21, 77, and 16 on lap. I think on lap 10 it actually happened. But I was like, huh? Because the 3 and the 777 the incident 27, that's definitely the one where I spun the 3. Like, that's definitely that one. And I think the the incident 20 is also me, the collision in T1. And there's a second incident for the same collision. I think he split that into B already because he saw that this one. Yeah, it's 20B. But then I'm listed in 22. I'm in incident 22 again, which I don't think I'm involved in that one. I don't think I'm involved in incident 22. So there's that. How many does he actually have left over on race 2? None really. Well, that's interesting. He got through race 2 incidents way better. He has 2 marked as investigate after the race in the middle of the sheet, but otherwise he doesn't really have any. Yeah, so that's I guess good. I mean, race 1 has 35 incidents, race 2 has only 25, sorry. So there's a massive difference there. Alright. Ah, man. This is just pain. It's just the entire season has been fucking pain and misery. And then you look at the off-season races and it's just like, yeah, sure, it's not like this is... You're going... This, I'm winning everything. I mean, I'm getting painfully denied race wins. Let's not dismiss that, but like, I do significantly better in those. It's like, I'm faster than Bray. Why the fuck am I faster than these Bray and Joe in the in the endurance race? By like quite a bit of a margin, actually, even. Granted, they were actually faster than me in qualifying, but in the race they couldn't hold a fucking camera. Oh, I need to post a certain meme here. Alright. Well then, what is next week's race? Let's see. Can't get any worse than this, can it? I think it locked me out of my website. Yeah, I'm not logged in right now. And my phone is, I think, on my outside of the room, so it's just a fucking pain. But let's figure out what the track is. Steam. Log in. Now I need to grab my phone. little things get leaks all the time. Why didn't I leave it in the bathroom? I left my phone in the godforsaken bathroom of all places. Well, that's a bit funny. Let me. I mean, I'm standing right now. I might as well just. I actually have a preset for like doing standing stuff. And I don't need. If I'm anyway standing, I might as well just. You know, I might just put some effort actually. But on the other hand, I don't want to do full body tracking right now. Because setting that up is a minute. It's not too long, honestly. Set that up. Let me pull this up here. Actually, I could just stand behind my rig. Although my controller calibration is terrible. Because I'm holding my controllers just straight out right now. This is my shoulders. Yeah, something hasn't gone right here. Has it? I need to mess this calibration up briefly. Because that isn't right. This should be done slightly different. Menu, where the fuck did you go? There you are. Okay. Calibration. Still, I would say. Yeah, this is still bad. Why the fuck are you messing this up right now so badly? Like, there's no reason really this is so messed up right now. I just do not get it. Like, it's messing up where my head is supposed to be. Like, it just doesn't figure it correctly out. Although... it's better, but it's still too high, my head. Not my head is too high, my tracking for my head is too high. Right, okay. Let me, where's my keyboard? There's my keyboard, let me just sit down. Oh, I enabled leg bending actually. I just realized that because I usually have that off. Leg bending is definitely on. That shouldn't be the case. No leg bending. Huh? I calibrated without leg bending and it's doing it differently. That's weird. Because you can see it's like there's a leg animation and everything. When it shouldn't be doing any. Are you drunk? There's no leg bending. You're not supposed to bend them. Yeah, you can see this is now with leg bending also on. This is just causing at this point more pain than anything. Because you can see there's definitely leg bending. And it shouldn't be doing that. Because that causes massive amounts of... You know fucking what? We're gonna just go very stupid about this shit. Should probably swap into different clothes, but whatever. Fuck this shit. So, and then looks like we can disable the camera at this point because I'm not gonna do anything active with it, and we're gonna... Let me just briefly pull the third screen up, because it makes probably my life a bit easier. Open settings... Oh. Briefly, no background. So, and then settings, calibration. Normal mode. So. Oh, it messed up which tracker goes where. Because it definitely didn't map the left foot tracker for fucking some reason. God freaking damn it, are you retarded or something? Oh yeah, I assigned foot trackers by auto detect, and I decided to, I think, assign one of the... My right foot, okay. Wrong one. This one. And this one. It's this foot. Right. Okay. Oh god. On a list of cursed things, that's quite cursed. So does it now work finally? Yes, it does. Brilliant. Okay. I want to finally type in the fucking code so I can actually check out which race is the next race. Right back here. Had tab open for fuck's sakes. Steam Guard. Yeah, I need a keyboard. So, right. Okay, what's the next race? Next race. Actually, I'm doing the Boon 6 British Rain Dance on the Saturday, 5th of March. If I don't have another race there as well. I don't think so. ERC will be on the 19th next month. So that's when I run ERC. I will be running ERC on the Nordschleife. My single round of that championship. Let me put my phone down. ERC will be run then. Additionally, I'm planning to run the extinction level community event with the Rex on Monday, but it's just Mondays are such a close call with the event starting at 2000. Has 30 minutes of practice at least, so and maybe when I run like later, like 2030, and it should be better this next week than this week was. I think I got upstairs today at like 2040. Should be better next week. But it should definitely be up before the races, so we'll be able to run that. But the actual event is Sandford's actually. It's round 5 already. Jesus. It's already round 5 of that championship. And then you have round 6 at Suzuka. That's the season finale. Like, fucking damn, the championship is nearly completely over at this point already. So painful, and I could have had a top 10 fucking finish today. 2 of them. There was fucking... Everything was there for 2 top 10 finishes, and I didn't get one. A single one. I got 2 top 20 finishes. I guess that's an improvement. Because I think I hadn't finished in the top 20 before. I can check my driver profile. Here, Nürburgring Nürburgring P22, Laguna Seca race 1, P23, race 2, P21, Paul Ricard 25th in the race. Yeah, this is the first time I'm in the top 20 actually. Ah, that's pain. That is real pain. It's the first time I'm in the top 20. That's so bullshit. That's unfortunately so much bullshit. Right. I have 111 races, 12 wins, 4,745 laps, 37 podiums. I mean, I'm finishing oftentimes on the podium, I guess. Yeah, that's sad. Oh yeah, I wanted and VC is then in 2 weeks' time, actually. So I need to prep perhaps a bit for that. Is there anything? Some quality memes in places. That's just pain at this point. Okay. Well, in any case, let's check the sheet again. Perhaps Ilpos decide to do more further investigations. Wait a second. Oh, there's... Ilpo? You blind or something, mate? I shouldn't say that on the stream. F is like, wait. Oh well, right. There it is. Oh well, I will be reinforcing him. Well then. Bye bye. Nah, that's going too far. I can't bring that on YouTube. Bye bye. I think this is over exaggerating my pose. I think this is over exaggerating how I do that pose, but I don't do it this much as it's displayed. Oh well then.